Rightio, it's time to get started on this monitor, back glass monitor. So none of this is sealed up yet, but it will be. That's cut to size, that's working. This piece of metal needs glue into this bit on the inside. That's a nice solid piece. Then I've got this that'll sit on top. That's the brace, the telly, and then the lift channel for the back glass will be in there, allowing the plexi to come out. The next part now is getting this telly into that hole, well, into that space. It's going to be quite tricky, but I've got my telly here, panels underneath it. Basically it's just matching up these holes dead center on that panel and then getting that panel set back far enough. I think I measured it to 2.5. Okay guys, we're back. It's late. I thought I'd give you an update. It's been a few days since I last recorded anything. So I got a lot of the painting done on the back box. I'll show you in a sec. Had to redo a couple of things. Some of the paintwork was shit. I used the wrong paint. It was like tar almost. So I had to sand it down and get some more paint and recoat the thing. There was a few teething problems with the DMD display. It was catching on the sides, so I had to kind of keep taking it apart, sanding it down, trying it, taking it apart, sanding it down, trying it, and now it's nice and sweet, smooth when it opens up. Yeah, I've had to adapt and overcome certain things. I'll show you. So what you see is a matte paint. I used some good home furniture matte paint from B&Q, and that goes on nicely. I had to cut some little holes just there. You can't really make them out, but there's one there, there's one over there for the LEDs to be stuck along there eventually. That's the opening to get access to cables on the telly. That's going to be a hinged door with some little locks on it. So that's all painted up, looking good. Yeah, I sanded down, smoothed off all these pocket holes. Could have been a little bit better, but I'm pretty sure once the artwork's on there it will be fine. Okay, that's the bottom. Top, I had to take the top panel off because what I forgot to do was underneath I've cut a 6mm slotting hole all the way across so my plexi can fit into it nicely, and when I want to take it out and remove it, polish the screen or whatever, it lifts up enough so it can come out nice as well. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what's all that stuff on the paint? It's not dust, it's glitter. Fine silver glitter. Now, I'm copying the Batman Super Limited Edition build, which has the same effect. I'll show you a video, I'll show you a photo of it. A bit of research on YouTube and Google, someone actually converted a Batman 66 Stern table, a LE edition, limited edition, and they done it themselves, and they posted what they used and how they did it. So I followed that guide, and it's basically undercoat black, and then a black gloss, a couple of layers of that, and then you get the glitter ready, and then you do another coat of gloss. Straight after you've applied that spray, you just dribble the glitter on it and leave it, and then a few coats of lacquer. There is a few imperfections and I've still got to touch them up with another coat of lacquer, but if you look here, there's a couple of scratches, and here there's a couple of scratches as well. I need to get them out. The speaker panels ain't fitted in properly yet, that's why that one's loose, but I've done the glitter on the speaker panel as well. Another problem I had was this corner kept catching, so I've had to sand that down a few times. And then the locking mechanism, I've mounted some screws there in each corner to hold everything together nicely. These are going to have the these end caps put on them, so you won't see them. So across here is going to be this part here, which I've also glittered up. That's where the lock's gonna go. And then this thing here is where my plexi will be stuck to, and that's my lift channel to get the plexi out, if you know what I mean, which will all sit across here. Tedious amount of times I've had to take the telly out and move it around and get it equal, and it's equal now. And on the back as well, I also made some underneath these holes. I've made, instead of drilling a single hole, I made it like a rectangular shape, so it's got, the telly's got room to move left and right if I need it to, which is good when you're getting these bits sorted down here and down here. Up and down's fine, that's all set properly. So the top panel, now that that's fixed in place, because I did forget to do that lying, put some filler on the holes, gonna sand that down probably over the weekend and get that painted up, and that'll be that done. And have black T-molding across there and black across the bottom, and then up the sides is going to be red, so the proper stand out. Locking neck mechanism all works, and this unit is solid. It is solid now, and there we go. It's a bit dusty inside, but I've got my speakers mounted and the telly. Now the telly is being replaced because this one does not work, so I'm going to have to wait a few days for the telly to arrive. That might cause problems. I might have to make the hole bigger, I don't know. I'm hoping I don't have to touch it that much. Plenty of space in there for the fuzzy amp that I'm going to put in there. Any cables, so that's a solid unit. Then I'm going to have probably 3mm plexi just behind there to protect the screen, and I'm going 5mm on the top. And yeah, I also glittered the wood behind the speaker panel, what the speaker's attached to, and I need to, the silver screws, I'm going to probably spray paint them black just to cover them up. That's it. Problem I've got is getting the RGB lights around the internal of the speakers. That's going to be a problem. It'll probably take me a couple of days to figure out, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure everything out. So that's it. Backbox is coming on nicely. It's as I'm hoping it would look. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. Not much sawing and chopping and drilling and things. It's just been mostly the past 2 days. It's just been paint and sanding and paint and sanding. So yeah, more videos to come. Stay tuned. One more thing I forgot to mention as well is the gap at the top. You might be thinking, why is the gap at the top so big? Well, on my other machine I've got some strobe lights and I put them on top here. Didn't want to do that this time because I want to have room for some kind of a topper. So what I thought is I'd lower the screen down and have the strobes kind of at a diagonal angle like that, pointing downwards, and have them mounted just on the inside here but in front of the plexi. So the plexi will be covering that anyway, because I'm going to tint the plexi off with some black paint, so you won't see that gap. You'll just have a strobe there and a strobe there, so it leaves the top free for anything I want to put on the top, really, whether it be beacons or the Batman action figures that I'm currently looking at purchasing, the Batmobile, Batman and Robin, and there's like a Batcave as well, which looks pretty good. Might be a bit too much, but we'll think about it and see how we get on. you go guys, that glass is now done. The only thing I need is some T-moulding and some artwork. So I've got the colour changing RGBs around the speakers. I'm going to put some black screw caps over them. This opens up. And I've got my invisible wire there. Okay, yeah, invisible wire there. And then I've got these here. I'm going to have Batman, something to do with Batman on that one. And on this one I'm going to have VPWC, of course. I've got my glass, or my plexi in place. I've spray painted it black on the inside, it looks really tidy. That's it. Just needs artwork and T-moulding. Happy with the lights. I'm happy with it all actually. Now the glass does come out by lifting up this. I can't do it with one hand, but basically you lift up that and it will slide out. It is a bit tight in this corner, but the way I overcome that is I just open this and I slightly just move the brace a little bit, and then it will come off. Sweet, I'm happy with it, man. It looks really good, nice and shiny.